Sparky Studio.
Yeah. Acoustify AC300 dynamic microphone.
A dynamic microphone requires quite a bit of gain, just like the Fine Tank 3 or the Fine AM8. The T itself means it has a desk stand, or the Miono PD400X, or behind me on this table, the Miono PD100. And of course, I reviewed many other microphones that are dynamic microphones. So, what's in this box? Well, let's find out. Open her up. So we have a leather pouch, and we have a cable, but this is not usual. This microphone, by the way, is an XLR. So we have XLR on this one side of this cable, and a 1/4 inch jack? What? And that's like 6.35 millimeters. We don't need an XLR. I mean, like an XLR cable to 1/4 inch jack, but this prevents you from putting phantom power to the microphone and damaging it. Do not use 48 volts. Do not do that at all. In that pouch, we have the microphone here. Nothing particularly fancy. I like the top though. It's really shiny. XLR in the back. It actually has some weight to it, which is unexpected for a mic of this price range. I expected plastic. This is metal. We'll see there's a little notch at the bottom. That's so it can lock into your XLR port. Really smart design for something so simple. I wonder if I could take this top off. I never tried this before. I literally took this out of the box. And there's that foam that you can see. And there's a little thin foam inside this as well. Let's get this connected to the Vocaster 2. And of course, later on, I'm going to be using this to a different interface in another review.
This is the first time audio test of this microphone, and boy, is it ever quiet. I'm basically right on this microphone. I have it connected to Vocaster 2, and I need more volume almost than I'm having right now. So I'm going to use a preamp. I'm going to use the SE Electronics DM1. That white line that's way down there means it's almost max volume. Now let's try with a preamp, and I'll show you that difference. Just about 53-ish or so percent of the way versus about 85 or 90% of the volume. That is crazy.
Before getting too carried away in the studio, this mic is meant for interviews, outside use, at a hall, something that rejects noise around it in a noisy place. It does have some self-noise, but so does any other mic in this price range guaranteed. But something that's really impressive is how loud you can be without it causing any distortions whatsoever. It's insane. But first, let's start with the outside scene here and go back to our review. I'm covering the crime in terrace. Do you have any ideas what's going on?
Well, I think it's a multitude of issues, whether it's like proper funding for local RCMP, adequate care beds for people suffering from mental illness, or this bald guy who just puts a microphone in my face. Like, who are you?
Yeah, gotta see how this turns out. I don't wonder how this sounds. I don't even have a clue.
Noise rejection. So we're hearing the front. Let's go to the side. Let's go to the side. Let's go to the side. Let's go to the back. Let's go to the back. Wow, this really drops off and drops off. When I go to the front, okay, front, 90 degrees. Front, back end, front. So this would actually be really good for rejecting noise around it as far as I noticed, because let's do that again. Front side, side, front side, back side. Wow, what rejection. Let's go to the top. Let's go to the front. Right here I have a mechanical keyboard. We're going to test out key presses and noise rejection. So let's do the WSAD keys. Let's just press a bunch of other keys. How about the loudest key on this keyboard? Spacebar. And I'll press the keys again. And of course, where I put the mic is going to make a bit of a difference. But when it comes down to it, of course, don't face the mic to the keyboard. That'd just be silly. Now, just for comparison's sake, let's try my Sennheiser MKH50 just to hear this sound versus that microphone.
And here over my head, I have the MKH50. Not rejecting nearly the same, is it?
Pop, 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 pop. Ooh, that's actually good. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. And let's go up close. Let's go up close. And if I speak up close, so we can get again a little deeper tone, I think. A little bit deeper tone. Yes, yes. So there we go. This is my test of the Acoustify AC300 microphone. Off and turn on. Now we're going to turn it on, and we're going to turn it on again. Nice thing about it is we hear the same self-noise, which means the same self-noise and the same hiss, which of course is not so distracting as if it was powered off sound and no sound at all, with a de-esser and removing that self-noise. Now, this is a sound we can get out of this microphone using a de-esser and removing the hiss. Now, if you want to know how to remove the hiss from a microphone, I will refer you to this video right here so you can actually hear what you can do and what programs you use, free or not free. Now let's do a quick frequency response test using vocal sounds, just simply that, just to see if I get deep tones and higher pitch tones. So let's see. I'm in my car, I've went too far to turn back. Yeah. And now it's time for an SPL test. Time to do some quick, loud yelling into this microphone to see if it can take the loud noise off my voice.
Here's another example where I use the AC300 in reviewing, testing another audio interface. Let's check that out. I'm using the Acoustify AC300. I'm adjusting the volume of my microphone, and I'll adjust it back up, which would be an instrument otherwise. And now watch what happens. This is metal, this body. It's better build quality than the Vocaster 2, but the controls are a nightmare. This can all be fixed in firmware. Everything can be fixed in firmware. Everything. But will they? I guess now at least everyone can see or hear how this microphone sounds. Thanks again for watching, and have yourselves a most wonderful day.